there! This is the tutorial for doing German short rows in brioche. I am showing you here working across the back of a cardigan, so I will be working them both on the right and wrong side, although they will be worked in the same way. First, with the right side facing, I will work across the pattern until the point specified in my pattern. For me, that's 3 stitches from the end. Now that we're there, you can see I have 3 stitches left on my left-hand needle, and the most important thing is that I have just worked a Burke or brioche knit stitch. So now we just turn our work and work our double stitch. To do this, we slip the next stitch as if to purl with yarn in front, then bringing the working yarn up and pulling the slip stitch back over the right-hand needle until it shows both legs, creating the double stitch. Note that in this example, I'm working with yarn held double, so you can see 4 strands. If you're working with yarn held single, you will only see 2. I like to place a removable stitch marker to clearly mark where the last turn was. Then you will continue to work back in the other direction in brioche until where our pattern shows us once again to do a short row. For the sake of the tutorial, I skipped ahead here to show you the next turn on the side I've just worked, using my stitch marker as a guide. I've worked to what my pattern specifies, which for me is 3 stitches before the last turn, which is shown here with my marker. Again, we want to check to be sure that the stitch that we last worked was a Burke stitch. And then I do the same thing here, so turning and creating the double stitch as before. I like to remove the stitch marker and replace it after this new double stitch to mark my new place. So we will just continue going back and forth like this as our pattern specifies until all the short rows have been worked. You can see on this piece that I've already completed that the short rows create a slanted shape to better fit the shoulder. When you've completed your short rows, you will then work to the end of the needle, working the double stitches you've made as one stitch. They will look a little bit like the Burke stitches you're used to seeing, but to me look a bit different and also feel different to work. All the same, you will work them together as one knit stitch. So that's all there is to it. If you've worked German short rows before, you'll notice that they're exactly the same and just as easy in brioche. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you'd like to check out the pattern for this cardigan or any of my other size-inclusive knitting patterns, the links to do so are found in the description. Be well, and I'll see you again very soon.